Good evening, guys. We are trying the new Deity DO V4 microphone. Basically, it records in the front of the camera and behind the camera at the same time. So it's got two capsules on there. As you guys know, we missed some stuff in the last video. Last video we were using the Rode Micro external mic, and I had to keep turning it around when I would go behind the camera and then when I go in front, and we ended up missing some stuff. There was a knock that we missed because I was playing around with the mic setting, and then another time the camera was facing me, microphone was facing me, and I heard like a whoop kind of sound behind us. I have no idea how this is going to sound, this microphone, but we're going to take it for a little walk and I want to see how much ambient stuff it picks up around us. Essentially now what this is doing is like 4-channel stereo, because what I'm going to do is take these mono forward and mono reverse and turn them into stereo front and stereo rear. I can hear a helicopter up there. Is this mic picking that up? I hope so. Let's see if it's picking it up on the rear. It should be. This is a good test to see what this thing can do. What I want is a microphone that picks me up but we'll also pick up the ambient stuff going on around us, so we get the knocks and the whistles and all of that. And I actually have more control over it with this microphone, because I can take the rear channel, which is facing back over there towards the helicopter, and I can just shut that channel down if I want and just use the front as a double stereo. All right, let's get in the woods here. Maybe the mosquitoes are going to be terrible tonight. I don't know. It was really hot today. Oh, the ability to turn this around, not have to change sound. So we got a dog barking over here because I'm only 100 yards behind my house. And I've got mosquitoes buzzing all around my ears. I do want to do a test. Somebody mentioned it in the discussion below the last video. Let's set the camera up in a static position, get a couple of rocks. We'll just go find some rocks, and we're going to do a clacking test to see how far away these microphones pick up that rock clacking. Now, we were using the parabolic dish, and I know the parabolic dish is probably 5 or 6 times louder, maybe more. I don't know. I don't know what the exact scientific number is, but it really picks up stuff. How many years can we keep investigating this swamp? I'm really hoping that this person that I contacted on Facebook the other night gets back to me, wants to come here and investigate, and I can show her the stone boxes, and I hope she has some input and really blows our minds with what she can do communicating with these things, and we get some kind of proof. Okay, we're not going to just take a person's word for it. Oh, they're saying this, or you need to do that, whatever. I don't know what she does. I have no idea. But guys, if there's something legitimate and tangible, that she can point out, or if she picks up on anything that we've recorded or discussed, in the last 4 or 5 years, I'm going to know right away. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to find somebody with an interest. I need somebody to start verifying or picking up or expanding upon what I'm doing here I need somebody who would go do paranormal investigations with me at night. Somebody who'll go do Bigfoot investigations with me at night. Well, it's a rather gray looking day today. But I wanted to go do this rock clacking test because we're going to be out of town for a bit, so I wanted to finish this video, looks like, and I actually did feel a couple of raindrops. Gage is on his way to the Happy Dog campground, so no Gage today either, but that's okay because I want to do an audio test. Let's take the chance. Let's head into the woods, take the chance that we don't get rained on. From what I could tell last night, this microphone is fantastic. Guys, I paid $77 Canadian, including shipping and tax for this thing. It actually gives me more flexibility in post, where I can take the rear and front channel and then duplicate them and do what I want. Shut one off if there's a noise, something that's, you know, distracting. I can amplify each one individually. I can turn them into stereo. I can do whatever. It's more work, but it's a lot more flexible. I have complete control over the audio now. And I forgot to mention that this mic has an input on it so that we can take our Rode wireless Go system, plug it into this mic, and it replaces the rear channel with the wireless Go system. And I have two microphones hooked into that system. So essentially we could set this up, record on the front mic, be wandering around with one or two guests hooked up and mic'd. It's expanding the flexibility of what we can do with audio. All right, there's a little picture-in-picture for you guys. We've got it, why not use it? And in fact, I can turn it around to show you where we're walking. Kind of hard to see if there was anything out there, but... So I did play around. I've already edited, you know, the first couple of clips from last night where the helicopter went over, and I'm surprised. Guys, the helicopter was pretty distant. It didn't go right over my head or anything. This microphone seems to pick up a lot around it, which in terms of being an interview mic, people would say, oh, that's not good, it's terrible. But for what we want, it's awesome that it's collecting sound from all around out there quite a bit. Let's get up here to where we can see. I don't think there's anywhere on the trail we can see 100 yards. Maybe 50, 60, 70 yards. I want to get some rocks, and I want to just, you know, get as far from the camera as we can and see what they sound like. Okay, so here we are up by Tom's clearing, and if we zoom all the way back down there at the top of the screen, I can walk back there. That's my trail, and that's only going to be about 40 yards, guys, so that's not very far at all, but that's about one of the furthest places we can see in a straight line on this trail. I'm going to find some rocks. I was just wandering around looking for rocks, and I found one so far that's not made out of that shale stuff. But I did find a hatchet laying over there on the ground. Must have been one of Tom's from his hot tent. I stuck it in the tree up there where he left his saw. The saw has been there as long as I've been traipsing through these woods, so 10 years. I don't know, he just left it there, and so there, I put his axe with it. Okay, so I've got a couple of rocks here that I think aren't going to break. We'll just clack them right here. Let's kind of get a sound level check, and then I'll just start walking. You know, every 15 feet I'll give it another bang and see how the microphone picks it up. I didn't bring the parabolic dish, but we know that the parabolic dish is going to be, I'd say, at least 5 times louder. Okay, so things that are on the edge of my hearing, you can hear quite well on the computer. and it will pick up things that I can't even hear and that this camcorder will not pick up with the internal mic. I think the Deity Duo here is picking up quite a bit more than the internal mic, but let's give it a go. Okay, so there is a problem with this experiment. This rock here is like got quartz and it's very hard. All these other rocks I'm finding around here are all that shale based crumbly stuff. I'm gonna try to find something else. If not, I did see, and it may work, a brick over here, like a man-made brick from something Tom must have brought in. Maybe that will work to make a clacking sound. Hang on, give me 5 minutes to find another rock. Okay, couldn't find another rock. They're all shale. This makes a slightly different sound, but it's loud. Oh yeah, it's loud. Okay, let me repeat the test. We just want to get an idea of how far things are away when we hear a wood knock. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm guesstimating no more than 100 yards, between 100 and 150 yards. Might not even be that far. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna say I went a little further than you guys could see down there. 60, 65 yards, and it was making quite a loud noise, louder than when I was banging rocks together. Actually loud enough to make my ear ring. So how does that sound on here? I won't know until I get home and check it out on the computer, but. Okay, so I have just pieced this all together and listened to it, and quite clearly you could hear the banging down there 65 yards away. So I think my original guesstimate of 100 to 150 yards would be correct, somewhere in that range. Now I haven't amplified any of this, so what you guys are hearing, I also think this Deity mic is, it's louder. I mean, the camcorder is set on 0 decibel, just the generic setting that it comes on, and that Deity mic is a lot louder. But this Deity mic is picking up a lot. So I found this. What was Tom doing with the snow brush up here? I don't know, it must have been to knock the snow off his tent, I guess. He left everything here, this guy. I don't know, I'm telling you. I'm gonna hang out here a little bit. It's quite windy, but I'm curious to see after that walk down there and all that banging, if there is some creature out here that responds to wood knocks. Would it respond to rock or brick clacking in this case? That did sound quite a bit higher pitched than what we recorded and heard before, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, that's been about 10 minutes. I haven't heard anything out of the ordinary. Nothing has answered all of my rock clacking. No wood knocking, no clacking, nothing.